Unfortunate Son. This is a season 1 Star Trek Enterprise episode that I am reviewing in my continuous videos of reviewing all these Star Trek Enterprise episodes. Okay, let's talk about this using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. In each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. I really liked this episode. Again, I've sort of been shilling for this show here, but I legitimately think there's a lot of great episodes in these first, at least for sure, first 2 seasons. If I give it a 0, it's bad. If I give it a 1, it's good enough. If I give it a 2, it's amazing. So I'm going to give the storyline a 1 on this one. Basically, they come across this freighter. They're sent to help this freighter who's been attacked by the Nausicaans. You've seen those guys in other Star Trek properties. So Nausicaans are bad guys. They look wicked. That's for damn sure. And they're bastards. So that's great. The freighter guys, they call them boomers. And Mayweather was one who grew up on one of these ships. They literally lived their lives on these ships. It's almost like mini communities flying around and doing stuff, right? So they're attacked. Come to find out that the captain of the freighter, was injured, and then the second in command guy has taken a Nausicaan prisoner, and he's torturing him to get the defense codes so they can go attack the Nausicans back. So the Enterprise finds out, and they're like, well, morally you can't do that, right? And they're like, well, we're not really a Starfleet crew the way you guys are. It's like, so there's some tension there. It's a bit basic, but it's still done very well. I could even give it a 1.5. It's just that, like, I would have liked a little bit more exploration with like the Nausicaan stuff too, just to see their kind of side, but they're just kind of the bad guys attacking. So I guess it's a bit more simple. Like, these are the freighter guys are the good guys, these are the bad guys. However, the complexity comes within the characters, which I'll get to the character section for that one. Pacing, I'll give it a 1.5. It's not boring. There's some good action. Just a little bit in the middle, it's a little bit like, I felt like they lost a little bit of focus of what exactly was going on. It's sort of like, oh yeah, and this is a weird pause right in the center, but not a big deal. Still giving it a 1.5 out of 2. Great pacing, wasn't bored. The artistry, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 2. The Nausicaans look wicked. Everything looks great now. Watching this again, Blu-rays, I've mentioned this before, Blu-rays, surround sound, 65-inch 4K TV, can't get any better. Well, I guess it could get better, 80-inch or something, but like, can't really get any better. This is your best way to watch these episodes. They're great. Everything looks awesome. Good ship battles. They fight. There's some great stuff where Reed's like diving friggin' phaser fire and stuff's pretty cool. Loved all the artistry. No problems there. Characters, I'm going to give this a 1.5. The reason I'm giving it a 1.5 and not a 2 is that the Nausicans were kind of, I know they're just the bad guys, and I would have liked to have seen a little bit more to them. I always give 1 point for the characters in Enterprise because I love every character. Now, the other point to give it a 2, it comes from the supporting characters of that episode. The freighter captain was cool, obviously, but the freighter stuff was actually really good because you got a lot of stuff with Mayweather and that guy back and forth. I would almost like to give this a 2. But again, the Nausicans, they don't do much. I understand they're just going to be the bad guys. I would have liked to have seen a bit more with them. But all the stuff, the dialogue between all the characters, friggin' great. It's very refreshing when you see these characters talk. There's a great scene with Archer and Mayweather. Mayweather comes in, he's like, hey, sir, can we talk? It's like, I'm not sure if we're doing this the right way, going after this guy. I've lived in these communities. It's like they handle stuff on their own, and Archer's like, I know, but I can't allow, it's like he's a human being. I can't allow this kind of thing to happen with these guys. It's like, oh, they're just going to go, they're going to kill this guy and they're going to go attack the Nausicaans now and fight. He's like, that's sort of like not our style. And he's like, yeah, that's true. And then there's a great part. He's like, any more orders of mine you want to question? He's like, no, sir, not today. Archer is just an amazing character. One of the best. He's in competition right now to be my second favorite captain. Obviously, Kirk is number 1. There's no competition on that one. But man, he's so good. He's a great character, great person. I'd love to serve. You always think like, would I want to serve under this captain? And I'm gonna say hell yeah. Like, if Archer's the captain and I'm an ensign, I'm like, I'm on a great ship right now. Whole crew is awesome. Everybody. Trip is friggin' great. One of my favorite, maybe my favorite character. T'Pol's awesome. I actually really like T'Pol. She's great. Phlox, God, I would be close to saying Phlox might be my favorite Doctor out of all the Doctors, which would be crazy. Um, I mean, if he's not my favorite Doctor, he's my second. Like Bones sometimes gets a bit emotional, and I'm kind of like, whoa, right? But Phlox is just amazing. I love Phlox. So yeah, so great stuff with the characters. Are 1.5. For the enjoyment factor, I'm giving it a 2. I thought this one was amazing. I still love this. I'm still kind of shilling for this show. I'm giving it an 8.5. So that's, I just want to make sure 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm giving it an 8. Sorry, I'm giving it an 8. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. I really liked this episode still. It's still really good to me. 8 out of 10 is fantastic. I don't know. I love this show. I can't wait to do more of these. If you like my space system, please consider subscribing to the channel and like the video. And check out the playlist for Star Trek if you're into Star Trek. I have done all of original series. I didn't do the animated series. I'm trying to stick to live action television. So I don't think I'm going to do the films. If I do the films, it'll be in one video, and I'll just rank them because I really like the films a lot. One or two kind of exceptions, I guess. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time.